How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Sigmas and Gamers, and today we're going to be talking about a recent interview, or kind of like a pseudo interview from the creator of Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto, has made his recent statement like on his first impressions whenever he had the Wind Waker revealed to him in terms of art style. And I gotta say, hey, looks like he wasn't really a big fan of it as well, the same way as fans back in the day weren't a fan of it as well. I've seen a lot as well at this point, but hey, without any further ado, let's go getting right to this, and we're going to go into the details of why Mr. Miyamoto finds the art style of Wind Waker to be a bit of a cringe, to be honest. Alright, so it starts off saying that if you were immediately sold on the art style in the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, you do not feel bad. A new Did You Know game translation of Nintendo Dream magazine from the mid-2000s reveals how Mario's creator Shigeru Miyamoto was not a fan of Toon Link or the rest of the Wind Waker's cel-shaded and anime-like aesthetics. In accordance with the Zelda series producer Aonuma, A.G. Aonuma, sorry if I kind of butchered that surname, so who was like the first time the director on Wind Waker, Miyamoto struggled to move away from the idea of a realistic art style right up until the end of the game's development cycle. And then when he first saw Link in Wind Waker, he apparently cringed, claiming it would not sell. So here's a new side of the story, revealing how the team had to hide the whole thing from Miyamoto in order to get the project off the ground. And here's what he had to say about it. If I had gone and talked to him from the very beginning, I think he would have said, "How is that Zelda?" Miyamoto had trouble letting go of the realistic Link art style until the very end. And at some point, Mr. Miyamoto had to give a presentation against his will. That's when he said something like, it's not too late to change the course and make it a realistic Zelda. Very interesting. So Miyamoto wasn't really happy with the outcome, but was left with no option but to accept this new look due to the time constraints and the fact the team would have supposedly taken 10 years to make the realistic looking Zelda game. The more realistic next generation take on the series during the GameCube's life ended up being Twilight Princess. I got something stuck in my throat, which was also released on the Wii as a launch title. So for the game Wind Waker, though, the earliest memories of Zelda on the GameCube can be linked back to the famous Space World tech demo from the year 2000. So it's also noted that the same video below on how Nintendo's initial plan of Legend of Zelda series on GameCube was to simply improve the graphics on Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and Link to our prototype, and with the same visual style as these games. And ultimately, Toon Link was born, and although Miyamoto was not initially a fan of him, the rest of the team loved the new look, which took inspiration from the anime they watched as kids, especially in the 1971 movie Animal Treasure Island. So yeah, and that's kind of like, a very interesting little piece of history that we had right there back in the early 2000s, and like, for those who were not a fan of the art style, including myself, I gotta say, even like the creator of Mario wasn't a fan of it as well. And just, well, I gotta say, it's kind of a little bit of a small world, don't you think? But yeah, sure. Or if I was in the same shoes, I would probably think the same way as well. But hey, due to time constraints and deadlines you gotta meet, sometimes you just gotta do things at your own will and just kind of make that sacrifice and go with it, even though you may or may not agree with it fully. But hey, not everything's gonna be perfect. But at the end of the day, hey, it looks like it turns out to be a pretty decent game that I personally haven't even played yet, but it is definitely on my bucket list. But might try to buy it sometimes whenever I get the chance, depending on my schedule. And so yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. And if you found it to be helpful and informative, then be sure to drop a like as always. Subscribe for more content like this. Hit the bell to be notified when my next video is gonna drop. And if you got your own thoughts or opinions based on Shigeru Miyamoto's take on the art style when it was first revealed to him, which I honestly kind of know what the thoughts are going to be like based on what I'm probably going to see in the comment section below. Well, but hey, go ahead and sign on the comment section anyways and get a discussion going. And again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.